Parents, do you know those family wrangles in your family, that marital disputes, separations, domestic violence, and constant disagreements in your home? It doesn't just affect you as adults, it affects your children and the domestic workers that you've employed in your home. Mami, wakati unakimbia unatoroka kwako, unaachia watoto wako mfanyakazi kwa sababu mlikosana na mzee. Watoto wako watakuwa wanatayarishwa na kila kitu. Msichana umemwachia boma yako, wewe umeenda kwingine, umerudi kwenu, umeenda kukomboa nyumba, ama umeenda kwa rafiki yako to breathe some fresh air. Umeacha msichana wa kazi, that domestic worker that you employed, unamwachia watoto wako. Do you know the impact it creates in your children and that domestic worker? It creates emotional stress. Let's start. Wacha tuanze na msichana wa kazi. Unampatia stress because she's not the mother in that house. So domestic workers, when they witness arguments, tension and hostility, that kuna vita and all that between the family members, they gain anxiety, fear and emotional exhaustion. Na hapo ndipo unasikia anasema mimi huko kumenichokesha, nimeenda. There is unclear instructions. When family members are not getting along, a domestic worker may receive conflicting instructions from different people in the household, making it difficult to perform their duties effectively. Remember, when you employed this domestic worker, mlimleta kwa nyumba, you as a family father and mother. Now you've left, ama you're still together in that house. So huyu anapeana instructions zake na huyu anapeana instructions zake, na sister-in-laws pia na brothers-in-laws and in-laws in general wanaingililia. So there is unclear instructions in the house and how the household is run, and that makes it uneasy for the domestic worker. There is unfair blame. During these periods of family tension, a domestic worker may become easy targets for frustrations. There is loss of professional boundaries. Hakuna boundaries because achani nawaambie, the moment uto tumadharau tumeingia kwa familia, hapo ndipo msichana, hapo unasikianga some of the girls, the whole neighborhood will know what is happening in your house. Na msichana atakudharau as an employer when there is conflict, when there is that marital issue na mnawa expose, wanaona you're doing it, mnavurugana, mnatukanana, unakuta mmoja ndiye anatumwa kwa mwingine. Some employers may even involve the domestic workers in personal conflicts by asking them to take sides, to share information about their spouse with the girl or with the nanny, and act as messengers. Yeye ndiye anatuma kwa the other person. Instead of you communicating with your partner, mnatumia your domestic worker as a third party. And I will tell you, in your family, when there is a third party, especially when it involves your marital issues, it becomes so difficult to solve. And this places the workers in unfair and very difficult situation. Hapo ndio wanaenda, sometimes you even want to keep them. Hata yeye anataka kufanya kazi, lakini situation inaifanya her workplace becomes so difficult to bear it. But now, wacha tuachane na msichana wa kazi. What impact does it have on your children? Emotional distress. Children are highly sensitive about their surroundings. Constant arguments in your home can make them feel very anxious, very scared, very sad and very insecure. Mkianza kupigana, mtoto anaenda chini ya meza, anaenda kwa bedroom, anajifungia, because that is a sad situation for them. They didn't expect that to happen to their families, and that leads to behavior changes. Children exposed to frequent family conflict may become withdrawn, aggressive, disobedient and even struggle with the regulation, adjusting with that life. They will really struggle. Na tabia ya mtoto ikianza kubadilikia hapo because of family distress, oh my God, my friends, it doesn't go well. There is poor academic performance. What do you expect when there is wrangles in your family? Your children will not perform well in school. There is attachment challenges. Children may become overly dependent on their nanny or caregiver for emotional support when parents are unavailable or constantly in conflict. Na wacha nikuambie mami, wakati umeacha watoto wako, umeachia boma yako mfanyakazi, umemwachia watoto wako, imagine your children wanaweza anza kukunywa pombe, they can be introduced into drugs, they can be introduced to socially inappropriate behaviors, they can be introduced to other bad things because you are not there, you're not the mentor. That person is not their mother, they're just an assistant in your home. So the moment umemwachia watoto wako, wewe umekimbia, umetoroka, umeacha watoto wako, don't mind, usicomplain ukikuta there are those negative or bad behaviors in your children. There is negative relationship models. Children learn by observing adults. So you are a role model to your children. When you're hitting your wife, when you're throwing insults at one another, just expect that your children will reciprocate that. You are their role models. So persistent conflict may influence how they view communication, relationship, and conflict resolution in their future. And I will tell you, there's so many adults who have behaviors, they inherited them, they learned them from their parents. There is reduced source of security. Hakuna security in their home. They always feel scared because they witness conflict and fights and wrangles. What families can do, you resolve your disagreements very fast, privately, and respectfully.